Hey guys, Mark here. Well, welcome again today to Ducati Bournemouth, and today we're going to be taking out the Multistrada V2S. Stay tuned. So before we get into the bike review, guys, if I could just quickly for a minute show you this Moto GPS vehicle tracker and just tell you how it works. So there's the back of the box with all the info, very nicely packaged. Now the great thing with this is it's just pure simplicity to fit to your bike or your vehicle. All you do is, it all comes supplied with batteries. Simply install that into a very discreet place on your bike or your vehicle, say under the seat of your bike. Pair it up to the Moto app to your phone, and you basically keep that little fob, that's a proximity fob, you keep that, say, in your motorbike jacket. If your bike or vehicle gets moved and you're not near it, it will automatically ring you with an automated call and send you texts and alerts to the location of your vehicle. Very, very clever, super easy to install. A little cable tie there. 2-year warranty. I said, you know, it's just, there's no wires, it's just super easy to install. I have actually tried it out. You know, I went out on my bicycle, took this with me without the key fob, and within about 1 minute my phone was going mad with all the updates as to where I was and full tracking information, and I got an automated call as well. So super easy to install GPS tracker for your bike or any vehicle. I'll put the website in the description for you, and take a look. They're £129. Thanks, guys. Well, hi there guys, Mark here, and welcome today to a review on the Ducati Multistrada V2S. Let's take a look round, just run through all the specifications. And first of all, many thanks to Bournemouth Ducati for lending me this bike today. Take a trip down there, guys. They've got a really nice cafe, they've got all the Ducati range to try. It's worth a trip there. So starting with the price on this, this is the top of the range S model that has the semi-active electronic suspension, quick shifter, cruise, amongst other things, coming in at £15,395. You can get the base model for £12,995. So powering this is the 937cc L twin. It's the same engine that's used in the Monster that I tried last week, or the Hypermotard, or the Super Sport. Power is 113 horsepower at 9,000 RPM, and the star of the show is the torque of these engines. It's 94 Newton meters at 6,750 RPM. It's got loads and loads of bottom end and mid-range pull, this engine, very smooth as well. Seat height on this is 830mm. Now there's a lot of range on the seats on this. You can get a high seat for taller riders, 850mm. You can get a lower seat that takes it down to 810mm, or you can get the low seat plus the lowering kit, which brings it down to a super low 790mm. So what Ducati have done is they kind of made this new Multistrada a bit more accessible for sort of all sizes of riders, shall we say. Take a look at me on the bike as a reference. This is the standard seat, and you can just see how I fit it. I'm 5'7" tall, 170 centimeters, and I weigh about 75 kilos, just so you can compare that for yourself. Got a decent sized tank on this, 20 litres, and Ducati are quoting 5.9 litres per 100 kilometres. which is working out at around about 47 to the gallon UK. You should get a maximum range, I would say, of 200 miles, so you know, maybe 160, 170 your fuel light's going to come on. So they've lowered the weight on this a bit now. 202 kilos dry, is 5 kilos lighter than before. 225 kilos wet. So 6-speed transmission on these with a super slick up and down quick shifter. Tyres, we've got a 120 section on the front, 19-inch front wheel, so pretty good for going over some rough stuff. 170 on the rear, 17-inch wheel, and these are Pirelli Scorpion Trail tyres. Let's take a little look under the rear seat here. So little tiny bit of space there. You've got your toolkit, you've got your USB socket there, and a 12-volt socket there. And nothing under there, under the front seat. It's just mainly under the back seat here. So this has got the Skyhook electronic suspension, which is superb. You can see that up in there. You've got riding modes, ride-by-wire throttle, cornering ABS, 6-axis IMU by Bosch, traction control. Got cornering lights on this model, hill hold as well. Got Ducati multimedia system. Got superb LED lights all round. A super smooth, slick hydraulic assist and slipper clutch. Long travel upside down forks, twin discs up front, 4-piston caliper, super strong Brembos. As I said, this model, the S, has got the cruise control. So service intervals on these are excellent. Got 9,000 mile service intervals, which is 15,000 kilometers. Valves are done at 18,000 miles, which is 30,000 kilometers. And the belts are changed at 5 years on these now. Full selection of accessories available for this, different screens, tank bags, the panniers click into the side there, top box, all that sort of good stuff. Anyway guys, let's try it out, shall we? Right then, Ducati Multistrada V2S, let's try this out. So first thing when you sit on this, you know, it's typical Multistrada. I was lucky to own an early Multistrada, one of the 1200s years ago, and that was a superb bike. Had that for about a year. This is very similar, sort of familiar sort of surroundings, you know, nice lovely upright position, beautifully comfortable seat, big bars. So let's run through all the controls then. So we have a hydraulic clutch, which is super smooth, adjustable for span. There's your flasher, hazards, got your mode, scroll and enter, cruise control, indicators, and your horn is tucked under there. Over this side you've got heated grips button, don't know if they're fitted on this bike, and you have your start and kill and your sort of power up the bike button. So I've got the it's keyless ignition, so keys in my pocket, quick little push there, powers up that beautiful TFT dash with a huge amount of information there, absolutely huge. Revs, gears, speedo, air, menu and all that sort of stuff, fuel gauge. So I'm just going to quickly just show you the menu. So you hold this button here, that takes you into all your different riding modes. You've got sport, touring, urban and enduro. And obviously you could have a whole video on this, but you can, you know, there's all your sort of defaults for you've got engine power high for sports, traction control, ABS, but you can change all of that, so we'll leave that for today. But anyway, just showing you all the different modes. So hold to go back. If you hold the down button here on the mode, that takes you into, like, you know, you can change it for like rider, solo rider, rider and luggage, rider and passenger, all that sort of stuff. And then we get out of that. So there we go. So Okay, so we just start her up. You got that beautiful Ducati L twin. Really good engine this is. Okay, let's try this out. So very smooth off the bottom end, lovely smooth clutch. And we're here in Dorset on my usual test route in the south of England. So really smooth, slick, quick shifter. Oh, doesn't this engine grunt and boom off the low end? And for such a big bike, it's incredibly light. It really does feel light and fun. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that this smaller V2 is a bit more engaging to ride than the bigger V4. So we'll see that in a minute. Anyway, so blipper, downshifter's very smooth. Let's try this quick shifter out into second. Very nice quick shifter, very smooth. Okay, let's talk through all the bike. So this has a manually adjustable screen. It's in the high position at the moment. Squeeze there, push down, that's the lowest, that's the highest. So I'm going to keep it in the highest for the review. Lovely big chunky mirrors. Tiny bit of vibration in them coming from that L twin, but all in all a very good clear view behind. Little bit of a view of my elbows, but all in all really good mirrors there. TFT screen is super clear, loads of information there. Just with a quick glance I can see speed, revs, gear, air temperature, engine temperature. It's really, I mean, you've got to hand it to Ducati, they make a beautiful TFT. So riding position is typical adventure style bike, really upright, loads of room, super comfortable seat. I mean, I'm only a small guy, 5'7", but there's tons of leg room here for taller riders. So this is a bike that could suit many different heights of riders for sure. As I say, the bike is physically big, but it doesn't feel heavy. Very engaging around these bends. These Pirelli Scorpion tyres feel excellent. God, doesn't it grunt? That sort of 4,000 onwards mid-range is superb. All the switch gear, it's all very tactile, it's not too busy. Nice and easy to use. The cruise, we'll try the cruise out later on. Indicators, horn, all good. So the quick shifter up and down is absolutely seamless, very nice indeed. So in this position, this screen is giving me a really good protection from the wind. Could feel it a little bit on the sides of my body, but all in all a very comfortable ride. Hand guards are good, keep the wind off your hands. Brakes feel awesome, we'll try those out in a while. Down to second gear. Let's just wind it out through second a bit. Here we go. Oh, that absolutely flies, just like the Monster did a week ago. Superb engine. That sort of 4,000 onwards, it really pulls. Fantastic. So this has the electronic semi-active suspension, and I must say, I mean, all the roads around here are pretty bumpy, and it's just floating over all the bumps. Superb ride quality.
So yeah, 0 to 60 around about 3 seconds on this. To be honest, this sort of amount of power, 110 horsepower or thereabouts, is absolutely superb for the road. It's engaging and fun, and you could use a lot of the power most of the time. Yeah, it's really good fun round the bends this. Down to third, chuck it in, power it out. Okay, let's just try this cruise control out. So we're going to turn it on and we're going to go set, and there we go, hands free, about 60 miles an hour. And you can speed it up and slow it down and resume and all that sort of stuff. So cruise is perfect. Let's just try some roll-ons. Third gear, take it down to 30. We're in sport mode, full throttle. As you can see, it's very quick. So top gear now, just chugging along at a very gentle 4,000 RPM. It's a very, very smooth engine. You can just sort of feel the power pulses coming from the engine through the foot pegs, but on the whole, very, very smooth. Right, we'll just try the brakes up here. Nothing behind. Full front brakes now. Wow, superb. Yeah, wouldn't expect anything less of the Brembos. So second gear. So quick shifters are superb. If you've never tried a quick shifter, it's really good fun. Just keep it pinned open and change up. And then for the blipper, the downshifter, you just shut the throttle and push down. Simple as that. But yeah, if you load this up with some panniers, guys, you could easily ride this all day long. It's got a wonderful riding position. It's light feeling. It's fun, smooth. It's got a good range on it. But with all these Ducatis, they've really upped their game. They're reliable. You know, nothing but glowing reports generally from owners these days with reliability. It's not like the old days. And they really do feel, you know, they're a real premium machine to ride. The quality feels superb. So this skyhook suspension really is smooth. It's a lovely ride quality. Down to second. Open her up a bit. Makes a wonderful roar from that airbox. Just going to come into an urban environment now. Little village. Just see how the Multistrada V2 rides at low speed. So I put it into urban mode, which is the low engine power. It sort of like softens the suspension and does all that sort of stuff. So we're just trickling along now, 25 mile an hour, 3,000 revs. Just checking that all important fueling, making sure there's no glitching or hunting, surging. And that is lovely, super smooth, very impressive. Nice mellow throttle response when you open it up. Down to first, very smooth clutch, easy gearbox. Nice bit of pull from low RPMs there. Into third, again, all very chilled out, no dramas, no fuss. It's not that warm a day today, about 15 degrees, but can't feel any heat coming from the engine. That's all good. I have tried it in the sport mode at low speeds as well, and again, it's obviously a bit sharper, stiffer suspension, but it's absolutely fine. I wouldn't call it a sharp throttle response. It's just very mellow. So there we are, guys. Urban mode, in town, all very civilised, lovely and upright. You know, these bikes are great for commuting on, because you've got such a good commanding view. You can feel that suspension is very sort of soft on the urban mode. You know, electronic suspension sort of softens off, so that's great. There you go, guys. So Multistrada is an absolute pussycat through town. All good. Just coming on to dual carriageway now, just to try out the Multistrada's slightly higher speed touring capabilities. So I've got the screen in a high position, cruising along around about 70, just about 5,000 revs. Very impressively smooth. Just sort of a pulse feeling coming through the foot pegs. That's about it really. Very nice, characterful engine. Super stable. Really nice weight to it, this Multistrada. It feels very stable but still playful. To be honest, I found this bike very engaging to ride. You know, you can use all the power. It's got lots of power. It's thrilling. So at this speed, it's very effortless. I just open it up a bit. Tons of top gear acceleration, you can see there. Just drop it down to 5th, wind it open. As you can see, it pulls very strongly. So comfort, wind protection, all very good on the Multistrada at the higher speeds. Smooth, characterful engine. I've been on this bike since this morning now for about an hour and a half, and very comfortable. I could easily ride this all day long. So top marks for the Multistrada for the higher speed. But guys, yeah, if you're in the market for an adventure style bike, take a look at the Multistrada. There's so many out there to choose from, but this really is a premium piece of kit. Punchy engines, very smooth throughout the whole rev range, loads of mid-range torque, plenty enough power for day-to-day use like this. Wonderful suspension. I mean, I put this into touring now, which just backs off the power a bit, puts it into medium power, and it softens the suspension as well. And I've definitely noticed that it's a lot more sort of plush over the bumps now in touring. But no, Multistrada, it's always been a great performing bike. And this one's no different. Oh, those Brembos are excellent. Back brake's good, got a good bit of bite to it. Clutch, gearbox all work very slick without the quick shifter. And we'll wrap it up here. So into first and into neutral, all very easy. So you can see there, we're actually showing 188 miles range on nearly a full tank, and on that little trip then it's averaged out at about 54 to a gallon. Don't know how accurate that is, but it's all pretty good stuff, isn't it, for a bike of this performance. So a little sound check for you. Wonderful. And we turn it off there, and you hold that to power it off. So easy to find side stand, that's nice. Unfortunately, no centre stand on this, and it looks like you probably couldn't fit it really because of that big catalytic converter in the way. So there we are, guys. It's Ducati V2S. So off the side stand, I mean, it's a physically big bike, but it's not that difficult to push off the side stand, and to start moving it is not hard at all really. Got a very decent grab rail at the back there. So unmistakable sort of Multistrada look to it. LED projector headlights by the look of it. So really good Pirelli tyres, sort of dual purpose tyres, superb suspension, can fully adjust it for load and riders and all that sort of stuff. Power packed engine, very smooth, punchy, good noise. Great brakes. I mean, all the build quality, the paintwork, it's just screams out premium. Put all your panniers on here in your top box. There you are, guys. What do you think of that? So as always, please post your comments down below, and please give me a like. Don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you again in a week for another bike review. Take care, guys, ride safe, and bye for now.